to wonder whether it is not all over for the art institution. David Byrne, for one, is still playing the solo star, concentrating on the Brazilian music that he featured on last year's Ray Momo solo album and tour, contributing to the recent Red Hot and Blue compilation and generally playing up to the image of yuppie Renaissance man we all know and love. Meanwhile, Tina Weymouth and her chubby hubby Chris Frantz have produced Ziggy Marley and last year took the Tom Tom Club out on the road with the Ramones and Debbie Harry. Jerry Harrison was also a feature on that tour, performing both with his own band, Casual Gods, and separately with Chris and Tina, the three of them calling themselves Shrunken Heads. It's hard to say. On the question of reformation, though, will it be heads or tails? The answer to this crucial question right now on Rapido.
Rapido.
The Talking Heads were last seen out in public together on the 1988 album Naked, but rumours of divorce persist and Jerry Harrison is used to fielding them.
Everyone asks the question about what's going to happen with Talking Heads, and I don't have any answer other than there is no plans at this point. But I think that there's a shared intuition that musicians who have played together a long time have. I think it's why they can often make albums that are different and that are just somehow special because of those. You don't have to explain so much. Things just happen. When I work with Chris and Tina, that's what happens.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
Although they've continued recording together, Talking Heads haven't performed live since the Stop Making Sense tour in the early 80s. Drummer Chris Frantz and bassist Tina Weymouth are clear about where the problem lies.
The deal with Talking Heads is that David really doesn't want to perform with the rest of us, okay? That's the deal. But life goes on, and we're going to make the most of it. We've still got a lot of spirit left in us.
I can be you, and you can be me.
The four have gone off in different musical directions. David Byrne's fascination with Brazilian music resulted in his 1989 album Ray Momo. Chris and Tina have made 3 albums as the Tom Tom Club, while Jerry Harrison has completed 2 albums with his group, the Casual Gods. Harrison claims to find his downtime from the Talking Heads a highly creative period.
I think that I will always want to make my own albums. I like the responsibility of that and the freedom of being able to go where I go. But I've always thought that I would come back and do Talking Heads albums, and if I came back and did them with Chris and Tina, it would be similar, that I know that, just as I mentioned this shared intuition on stage, the same thing is true in the studio, that it would be a different album than I will do alone and that they would do alone, and that it would be valid and would be very good. I can also imagine playing in a band with some other people.
Chris and Tina played with Jerry Harrison as the appropriately named Shrunken Heads on the Escape from New York tour last year, with Deborah Harry and the Ramones. Although the trio enjoyed the experience, they're not enthusiastic about a more permanent Heads ensemble without David Byrne.
As you know, it's all politics. Getting releases from this label or that label, that you can work together and do this and that. I don't think it would be a real problem if we wanted to do it, but it's something that we haven't really, committed to. And I suppose part of it is because having worked together with David, David's missing. It's a kind of out of respect to David, too.
David Byrne, meanwhile, continues his solo career, most recently contributing to the Red Hot and Blue compilation album, with his version of Cole Porter's Don't Fence Me In.
Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the...
David made it clear that he wasn't going to be fenced in by any definitive quote about the future of Talking Heads.
No, we still work together occasionally.